Hey, what is up everybody? How are you guys doing? This is Bluefoot Homestead. Thank you for checking out this video. I do appreciate you coming out. I want to talk a little bit about, prepping. If you're getting into prepping, you're starting to learn about prepping and stuff like this. Hopefully this is a video that's going to kind of level out the mentality of what's going on out there. Now, YouTube is media. It's not much different than Fox News or MSNBC or the Washington Post, okay? It's media. Now, people, I've had quite a few channels. I've never really strived for success. I did a little bit on my last one. I went a little bit further for making really good high quality content. I had my drones out. I did tons of B-roll. I subscribed to audio. I had really good audio in it all. And it did pretty good, but it didn't last. The whole theme of it didn't last, and it was basically camping and stuff like that. But it did pretty good, and it was a little bit of a psychological test that I could learn myself on how this part of the media works. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's a lot of people out there in the prepping world and anywhere on YouTube that need to get the clicks, likes, views, and subscribers. Now, of course, I would like, likes and subscribes as well. I say it in almost every one of my videos, just because, I'd like to get this out and let people kind of hear and comment on things that I have to say, things that I was thinking about last night. That's basically the basis of my channel. There's a lot of people out there, with a few exceptions, that have a lot of subscribers that have monetized their platform and they make an income off of it. Now, at that point, once you're like at 200,000 subscribers, you have an obligation to those people that watch your videos to produce content. So you have to be able to produce content. Now, the more sensational a thumbnail is, the more sensational the topic is, the more traffic it's going to get to the channel, and in turn make them a lot of money. Now, is it necessarily the right advice to be giving out to your 100,000 or million subscribers? I say no, not necessarily. It's a little more boring to be realistic than it is to be sensational and make money being sensational. So I am not at that level. I would like to say I would not change if I got to that level to where I was monetized or whatever. I'm not even planning on being monetized. I would rather, just kind of talk and BS with the YouTube world and you guys and leave it at that, So anyway, I want you to kind of be careful. If you're getting into prepping and you're learning about the subject, be careful on what you watch. Be careful on what you read. Be careful on what you learn about. Because if there's, a thumbnail that looks like this, you should probably run away. OMG, you need these items for your bug out bag, or something along those lines. There's a good chance you probably don't need it. Why? Because it's most likely a sensational type of video just to get people in there. It's real easy. It was kind of an interesting experiment that I did with my Get Home bag. It's one of my best viewed videos. I don't have a lot of views. But just the subject of a Get Home bag attracts everybody in. And then I don't want to call it clickbait, but it kind of is. It's no different than like Fox News attacking Joe Biden on anything, just because there's people that want to see that. There's people that are looking for that. Therefore, if they make that content, they get those views. So it doesn't necessarily make it right. It doesn't necessarily make it correct. And it doesn't necessarily make it realistic. Things like, get these before they're gone. No, guess what? They're not going to be gone. They've never been gone. It's a little clickbaitish, So, yeah, So how do you go about learning how to prep and stuff like that? If, I'm not saying everything's fake, all that stuff is real, but doesn't necessarily need to be presented to people that are actually looking for that information. A lot of people target that towards new preppers and people that are getting into it. Like, if you're new, you have to listen to this. This is, breaking news. No, it's not really breaking news, So what can I say? What can I say about, new preppers that are getting into this? What can I say about how to realistically approach it? Well, doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what a random dude on YouTube says. Only you know how you have to prep. And I really hate when people say this, because I'll sit there, as an example, I'll watch, this versus this, Toyota Tacoma versus Toyota Tundra. Or, Smith & Wesson versus SIG, or pick your subject. I mean, white chickens versus black chickens. They will go through and break down things, and they'll tell you about this, and they'll tell you about this. And those are things that most likely you already know, but you're going there to look for an answer on what the best is for them to go this way or this way. And they never do. They always come back and say, you can make up your own mind. And that always kind of ticked me off, because I was looking for something, and it just kind of furthers my point, because I am guilty of it too. I do the same thing, but only you know how you need to prep. Now, you need to figure out what kind of things you're going to need. You need to figure out what you're prepping for. Now, I will kind of lean towards this, that I believe, and I'd like to kind of push this out because it is my belief, that we are going to be looking at a power down situation, grid down, whether it's whatever, EMP, cyber attack, a bad infiltration of African elephants that end up taking down the power grid. I don't know. I have no idea. But just like one of the other videos that I made about trends, that is the current trend. That is one trend that's going on, is people are talking about it. They're making movies about it. The mass large media is talking about it. Celebrities are coming out and talking about it and writing books about it and all this different stuff. So you have, China, Russia, Iran, Korea, they're all looking at this going, okay, this is what these people are scared of. If they want to create some sort of terrorism, then let's do this, Not necessarily that that'll happen, but I believe that's going to be the catalyst in our society that's going to change everything. So that's what I prepare for. So you need to sit down and really, I hate to say it, figure it out yourself. There's tons of information out there. Get little bits of random dudes on YouTube and figure out your own plan. Do it your own way. Nobody knows your life. Nobody knows your family. Nobody knows your situation. I try to be very random with it. Like I have been recently really focused on a garden. I'm going to go out and I'm going to put hours and hours into the garden today. And it's cold out. It's in the low 30s right now, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to make some progress today. So I push gardening. I think in a power down situation, having a replenishing food source, a replenishing food source of some sort is extremely important, more than rice and beans, more than ammunition, more than anything that everybody talks about, comms, food and water, even shelter. You can pretty much live outside and, figure that part of it out. But definitely food and water. I'm going to say go take a look at where SHTF is happening right now, where SHTF has happened in the past. Right now, currently, look in Ukraine, look in the Gaza Strip, look in, Ecuador and Venezuela and stuff like that. SHTF has hit them. How are they dealing with life? Are they decked out in camo, running around with ham radios and GMRS radios and things like that? No, they're not. They're surviving. How are they surviving? Look at that. because that is going to be us, most likely, at some point. So are they protecting themselves against marauders and groups of marauders that are running down the street, pillaging everything? No, they're not. That's a little bit sensationalized. Will that happen here? To some extent, I believe it will. But it's not going to be that you need a full military operation to protect yourself against it, and 23 surveillance cameras constantly monitoring your property. I really don't think it's going to be that way. Do you need that as a prep? No, I really don't think you do. Now, the people that have really gone above and beyond prepping, they've prepped everything. Now they don't know what to do. So they just keep adding to their prepping lifestyle. So you prep food, water, shelter. Then what else are you going to do? Okay, well, let me stock up on guns. Okay, got that. What else are you... You see how the progression is. So once you have everything, that doesn't mean that everybody has to have everything. If that makes sense. I kind of got off track there. But look around the world logically. Look at the people that are actually going through these things and how they're surviving and how you might be able to put those things into a plan for you and your family to be able to get through these situations. Kind of figure it out yourself, and I really hate to say that, if you came here to watch this video on, things to look for when you're starting out prepping, and I'm going to say, I have nothing for you, good luck, figure it out yourself, but I'm sorry about that. If that's what you were looking for, if you're looking for answers, I don't have the answers. I have answers for myself. I know what I'm doing for this plan, but I can't tell you what to do because you are in a completely different situation than everybody else in this world. You have your own world. You have your own life that needs certain things that other people might not need. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll go ahead and leave it at that. Just something I was thinking about last night, and maybe I'll run with that as my little thing. What grinds my gears, right? Anyway, it sounds like my dogs need to go out and use the potty, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. So with that, I do appreciate you watching. You know what? Hey, why not? Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment. What do you guys think about this kind of philosophy against, or not against anything, but about going about a plan to prep? Should you listen to everybody? Should you do your own thing? I know what I am doing. So, all right, till next time, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I'll say this, it's the Ozarks. Stay warm. It's not going to be everywhere, but a little chilly here today. Till next time, peace.